Hi, this is Alessio. Hope you're well. Many of you have been asking me for an update on the silver metal situation, so that's what I want to do in this video. We're going to dig into the chart of silver metal, and I'm going to look at this from an Elliott wave perspective and give you my higher probability wave counts and targets for silver in the next several months and years. All right, guys, join me. Okay, welcome back. All right, guys, so silver metal. Many of you have been asking me, hey, Alessio, give us an update on this. So I want to give you what I think is likely happening here on silver, especially from an Elliott wave perspective. So let me show you my higher degree, higher probability wave counts that I'm seeing here on the chart of silver. I'll keep this video short and sweet. I don't want to really go into too much detail because I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Now, before I begin, you probably remember I was bullish on metals. In fact, I was bullish on silver as far back as September of 2023, I think it was, or 2022. I think it was 2022. Back in September of 2022, almost 2 years ago, I put out a video, you probably remember, that I did with Bill, my good friend, and here's what we said at the time.
Bill is going to read out this section, again, courtesy of Jason Geppert. Go ahead.
Smart money commercial hedgers established one new extreme this week, and it's notable. For only the third time in history, hedgers moved to a net long position in silver futures.
Wow, did you hear that, guys? So commercial hedgers, now as you guys know, commercial hedgers are probably the true smart money. It seems that these guys are establishing net long positions, those heavily buying into silver futures. And by the way, in case you're wondering, well, so what? But the thing is that this is actually very unusual. In fact, even Jason Geppert himself says that this is a very unusual activity. For commercial hedgers to be net long in any market is actually quite unusual.
All right, guys, as you heard in that video from almost 2 years ago in September 2022, we were saying, look, there's a lot of data that's saying that smart money is getting into silver. So we're bullish. We're bullish on silver even back then. So there's a lot of signs, in fact, that indeed silver could be due for a major bullish rally towards the highs it made back in the year 2011. In fact, that's what I think is what's happening. Let me show you what I think is now the higher probability wave count. There it is. So as I have it on this chart, so I believe this was our likely wave 1, okay, which probably happened as a leading diagonal, then a wave 2 correction, all right, and then this was our wave 3, then a major wave 4 correction, which occurred and bottomed out indeed some years ago. All right, and indeed I think we're in the beginning of our wave 3 of 5. Okay, in other words, this is our wave 5 taking us towards the highs we made in 2011, and I think this wave 5 will eventually take us to these targets, the 161 extension near 48. At the very least, take us towards the 36.5 level here, and yes, towards the 161 extension, and eventually take out the high we made here in 2011. So there's our wave 5 as per Elliott wave theory. And by the way, I think this will take some years. The wave 5, by the way, I think will probably complete sometime by the end of this decade. I'm not saying it's going to complete at the highs of 2011. It might go beyond those levels. I'm just putting out there so we can see it properly. So I think this wave 5 will take us eventually many years to complete, but at higher levels. Okay, but here's the thing. For this wave count to remain valid, as you know, I always look at the markets from the point of view of risk. I'm not saying this wave count is set in stone. Nothing in analysis is set in stone. That's what everybody gets wrong. Okay, so please remember, we're looking at probabilities, not certainties. Okay, this wave count is only a probability. I would say it has a high probability. Okay, I would say it has a probability of over 50%, probably over 60%. So this is my higher probability wave count, but only as long as silver remains above these levels. So as long as silver metal remains above 26 and 22, these levels that I have on the chart, so as long as it stays above 26 at a minimum, it must stay above 26 and above 22, then I'm looking for those higher levels. Also, I need this level to break as well. So I need a resistance break. In other words, I want this resistance to break at the highs we made recently at 30.85. So if silver can break above the highs we made near 30.85 and stay above the support levels at 26, then I can maintain a bullish perspective to much higher levels, to 36 and eventually 48 towards the 2011 highs. Okay, so what does that mean? It means that if silver was to break down below 26 and 22, which I don't think is going to happen, I think it's less likely. I'm not expecting that. But if that occurs, then that would increase downside risk, and I would have to change my mind. That would mean below 26 and 22, I can no longer maintain this bullish perspective. So I'm mentioning that from the point of view of risk, not because I think it's going to happen, because it's important to always measure risk. For me, the higher probability is that we're going to go eventually much higher to our wave 5 targets, again at the 1618 golden ratio extensions, again these levels. But that's only if silver can take out, very important, silver needs to take out resistance at 30.85 to give us the green light to those higher levels. If silver can get above 30.85, then that would be an indication that it wants to go higher towards those higher levels, again 36, 40, and 48 levels in the wave 5 projections. Okay, that's really what I have here on the chart of silver. By the way, guys, make sure you check out our member video updates. I cover metals. Mostly I cover gold, but occasionally I cover silver as well. So in the member updates, we cover gold on a weekly basis, and occasionally we look at silver metal as well. So if you're not a member, you can join on the link you see right there. Thank you very much indeed. Bye for now.